2,000 years ago, the Greek philosopher Diogenes challenged norms with provocative public acts. He even lived like a feral dog.
He pissed on people's legs, he barked at people.
That's Mark Usher, a classics professor at the University of Vermont. He's the author of a book on Diogenes and the Cynics called How to Say No. Diogenes believed that personal freedom and happiness came from desiring less, training to endure hardship, and choosing to live within the limits of the natural world. Like other ancient Greek philosophers, he believed that chasing money and power as an end was foolish.
There's a great quote where Diogenes says, to get out of the predicament we are in as human beings, we have to use the logos, our reason, or we have to use brachos. And brachos is a double entendre because it can mean reins, like reins that you put on horses, or it can mean noose. So if you don't use your noodle, you might as well string yourself up because you're gonna self-destruct.
The Cynics lived according to Diogenes' values of less is more by living on the streets.
They were performance artists. They were trying to push the limits to show you what's possible if you really wanted it to be possible.
We were all working for a common end, and that is total revolution and a recreation of so-called power.
That's Penny Rambeau, co-founder, drummer, and chief lyricist of the activist anarchist punk band Crass. In 1979, Crass released their first album, The Feeding of the 5,000.
I am a product. I am a symbol. I'm endless. I'm lost. Fruitless. I'm lost. Guys.
The lyrics in so many of their songs are filled with attacks against institutional authority.
They ask me why I'm made for why I'm bad. They tell me I've got things they never read. They tell me go to church and see the light. 'Cause the good Lord's always right. So what? So what?
Crass's defiant attitude wasn't just a stage act. They believed that Margaret Thatcher's capitalist economy was the wrong path for the UK.
We were trying to offer people a release from the world that they felt that they were caught in.
You can read about the band's influence on Britain's cultural and political scene in The Story of Crass, a book that discusses their legacy and many spectacular pranks. The book's author, music journalist George Berger, writes that the band led by example.
So what?
Crass sold more records than AC/DC at their peak, but they always published their music independently, and they sold their singles at discounts through small record shops, fanzines, and the mail.
Buy now, let's go. Buy now, say hello. Convince walk to your life. To enter Traverse Paradise.
At concerts, they handed out pamphlets with song lyrics, essays, and anti-capitalist manifestos. They didn't sell any merch. They organised an annual free festival around the summer solstice at Stonehenge. When they toured, the band stayed at fans' homes.
We'd go to some little village or small town where they never got people playing because there wasn't any money there. We did because we didn't play for money.
Rambeau says the band wanted to help people instead.
If we did make money, we would leave it with the people who organised the gig, or for the local kids to create a magazine, or buy a guitar, or do something which would expand the purpose.
Their message was peace and kindness, but their music and activism was intended to shock the public into action, and it often led to investigations and prosecutions. A local court in Manchester, for example, banned this track, Batter Motel, for violating an obscenity law. True to their less is more message, some of the band lived in an abandoned farmhouse northeast of London. Many of them still do. Rambeau, who's now 82, says he still sleeps in the shed. They grow their own vegetables. Anybody is welcome to visit and stay, in exchange for doing some work and sharing a story. As Rambeau says,
there's only one meaning to life, and that is to help each other. You do not need to suffer.
That was Crassus' project. Penny Rimbaud is still working on living up to the ideals of the ancient cynics. For Philosophy Talk, I'm Sarah Lai Sterland.